2. I am Janice Kabum coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of a Constitutional Pact Summit. Benue's former governor from German Church. We will bring you details of these stories and more. In the news this afternoon, there's a report that Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, that places vulnerable countries on a priority list for support and investment, following from the presidential villa to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport earlier today by some special duties, communication and strategy, daily alert that places vulnerable countries on priority list for support and investment, following meet hosted by President Emmanuel Macron of France at Palais Brun-Night, especially the most indebted, mobilize innovative financing for countries' structure for the energy transition in emerging and developing economies. Meanwhile, he will return to Abuja on Saturday. Former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Nuhu Comptroller General of Customs, even as he removed all service chiefs that he met in office and fresh hands allowed to handle the nation's security, apart federal government, parastatals, agencies, institutions, and government-owned. Statement signed by the Director of Information, Willie Bassi, on behalf of the public interest. According to the statement, the dissolution does not affect of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria through the office of the SGF. States as Nigeria and the rest of the world move in the quest for renewable of energy resources, Geoffrey Payet adds the state producing country and the importance of revenue from fossil oil to national and Africa have a challenge of poverty that must be addressed of Nigeria. According to him, Nigeria will honor all its obligations. From that now, the federal government has said that it had set up a special advisor to the president on communication special duties. Nigeria TUC, Joe Ajero and Festus Osifo, respectively. The engagement featured the creation of a steering committee to which several TUC President Osifo explained that the Presidential Steering Committee, such as the rollout and converted mass transit vehicles, noted that the meeting is intentionally to give life to the government and the union conclude negotiations in 8 weeks. Products into Nigeria. The managing director of Nigerian Mainstream and Presidential Villa, Farouk, stated that apart from the approved 6, National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL had given approval. We move now to judicial matters. 74 more witnesses to call to testify at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal petition party to prove its case. 26 witnesses have seen Bola Tinubu as Nigeria's president. The PDP charged for the tribunal, asking the court to nullify Tinubu's of the Merchant Navy Corps. Alan Edema has urged to end crude oil theft in the country. Edema said this while addressing reporters. Security and Safety Corps was introduced in the 8th Assembly, but Edema said the bill, among others, seeks the creation of the Coast Guard Corps, subject to the confirmation of the Senate. The Office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC in Makurdi, the state. The former governor who drove in his private SUV at 10:08 a.m. He was later joined by Assistant Abraham Kwachugo, an impeccable in his time in office. Meanwhile, the spokesperson for the EFCC still at the office of the Law Enforcement Agency as of time of filing this report. The LEA arrested 31,675 and 3 million kilograms of assorted drugs seized since the appointment of briefing in Abuja with the country representative of the United Nations Office on Trafficking had yielded significant results in the last 29 months from seeking treatment, a development which he lamented has We move now to Africa, where the U.S. State Department has called NUSMA following Bamako's call for its departure without security and governance challenges in Mali, noting that they had welcomed confidence that the military-led Malian government must adhere to all its commitments. Still in from reaching Europe's shores, France says the manning a financial package of 100 million euros to combat irregular migration as an on the foreign scene now to wear on his chest has been stolen from a church in southern World Church in Tronstein in the state of the item, which the former pope had bequeathed to the parish between 1145. Identities are unknown, also broke into a cash register. Anyone acting suspiciously around the church to come forward. Say here, Popco says Russia has launched another. The head of Kiev City Military Administration noted that the drones entered, according to Popco, about 24 drones tagged this month. Tofa Nkunku signing from RP. Many thanks for still being there. That it had commenced the implementation of the payment of 7.5% for Customs Service and Federal Inland Revenue Service confirmed this order 2021. The development was, however, popularly called patrol, not knowing that plan collecting 7.5% VAT on the imports of IRS Toby Wujola also confirmed the development stress. And still in business now, Naira has slumped further to the dollar after closing the forex window yesterday. According to figures obtained from the FM Friday, trading opened at 703.38 per dollar. Recall that the Central Bank of Nigeria a free float of the national currency against the dollar and other global currency changes to the foreign exchange market by collapsing all segments would only be done via the I&E window, as all other mutually agreed by both parties. Says it has started a nationwide mop-up of unregistered herbal medicine. Adeyeye explained that the action followed a recent discovery of the sale known as Baban Aisha and others. The NAFDAC DG appealed to Nigeria NAFDAC's determination to ensure that only safe and efficacious medicine. Wednesday, June 14, raided and sealed the production factory of. And still in health now, medical experts have blamed the alarming rate of baby care. The experts say it is important for pregnant women to access health facilities for early infant diagnosis services. They also are responsible for HIV in infants. The medical experts called for training for access to HIV testing to further prevent mother-to-child transmission of HIV. Tofa Nkunku from RB Leipzig and a Premier League club in December and has now rubber-stamped his move to stand on a close season overhaul as they look to bounce back from a dismal campaign. Still in sports now, Bukayo Saka scored the first hat-trick by trashing North Macedonia at Old Trafford. Gareth Macedonia provided mega opposition. England still done. Kyler Walker's pass 9 minutes later and marked the highlight of the one side, a fair game, sending a thunderous left-foot finish. High pass keeper, Stolen Police Force Public Relation Officer CSP Olution officer ordered the arrest after he ignored a prank video of Trinity Guy via his Instagram. He said it does not make any sense and Trinity should be arrested as criminal, immoral and evil. World record for her remarkable cooking feat. Recall that by an individual with a time of lasted for 87 hours 45 minutes into a 4-day kitchen stint, which began on May 11 and ended on 15, because she mistakenly took extra minutes for one of her rest breaks early on man while buzzing with great excitement. Follow us on all our social media platforms and ensure to subscribe to your YouTube channel. This is Janice Cobham. Do have a good afternoon.